Om Param Tattvaya Narayanaaya Gurubhyo Namaha Jai Gurudev. So we'll start to touch upon slowly on the Dasa Mahavidya forms of Shakti. As I get into these 108 names further, you will start to hear more about Dasa Mahavidyas, which ultimately really mean that all Dasa Mahavidya forms are ultimately one and the same energy. They are ultimately manifestation of the same source of energy. Adi Parashakti manifest into 10 different forms. Now, there are several other forms. There are Navadurgas. Then there are these Holy Trinity. We say that Kali, Lakshmi, Saraswati, or some say Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati. Then there are all these Matrikas. Then there are so many different Shaktis that in our Sanatan Dharma we follow, but ultimately they're all nothing but the manifestation of the same source of energy or the same source of Adi Parash Shakti. So today, as I get into slowly into the 108 names further, we'll start to touch upon some of the names of Dasa Mahavidyas. So let's try and understand. But before that, I do want to offer my prayers to my Gurudev. परम पूज्य गुरुदेव की जय, परमहंस स्वामी निखिलेश्वरानंद महाराज की जय, बाबा भूतनाथ की जय, माँ काली, माँ बगलामुखी की जय, सिद्धाश्रम की जय. So the names here are Mahavidya, MahaLakshmi, Shrimat, Tripur Sundari, Bhuvaneshi, Jaganmata, Parvati, Sarvamangala. So let's understand the first name, Mahavidya. So Vidya means knowledge. Knowledge can be anything. Knowledge can be just your worldly knowledge. Knowledge can be just to pass your examination. Knowledge can be just to get a PhD or a doctorate degree. All that is called knowledge. Knowledge can be some kind of reading scriptures, reading some basic granth. All that is knowledge. Knowledge is also knowledge of how to run your household, how to run your business, how to be good at work. All this is knowledge. None of this is called Mahavidya. All this is just called, in Sanskrit, we call them as Vidya. Correct? But when we talk about Mahavidya, Mahavidya is that ultimate knowledge or that ultimate Vidya that takes you to the highest spiritual goal or to the highest goal of your life. In my previous video, I did talk about Brahmananda Pradayini, where I said that ultimate Anand, that ultimate bliss is when one realizes the true identity of oneself. When one realizes, I am nothing but Brahmanand, I'm absolute pure Brahman. And that Anand is given by Mahavidyas or Mahavidya Baglamukhi. So Mahavidya is a ultimate form of knowledge, the utmost knowledge that one requires to be absolutely liberated from the worldly desire, from this false identity, and to reach to the ultimate goal of our life, which is nothing but liberation. So Baglamukhi is that Mahavidya. All the 10 forms of Devi, all the 10 forms of Adi Parashakti are all Mahavidyas. So if you are attracted to one form of Mahavidya, you may be a Shri Vidya Upasak, you may be a Kali Upasak, you may be a Baglamukhi Upasak, you all will ultimately reach the same destiny. Like Ramakrishna Paramhans used to say this. If you have read any of his books, all different margs, all different paths will lead you to the ultimate same destiny. I can reach Pune either by train, I can reach Pune by car, I can reach Pune by flight. I can take any different path to reach a certain destiny, but I will end up reaching the same destination, no matter which form of transportation I take. Similarly, when we are talking about this Mahavidyas, you can pick any deity of your choice. Some are very attracted to Mother Kali, some are very attracted to Mother Baglamukhi, some are very attracted to Mother Tara, some are very attracted to Mother Kamakhya. And if you hold on to that deity for years and years, I guarantee you, you will reach to that ultimate spiritual goal in life. You will reach to the feet of Divine Mother. So I come across lot of misinformation on YouTube, on a lot of online articles where there are all these interpretation given by people where they say that Shri Kul and Kali Kul, right? Of course, the Dasa Mahavidyas are divided into Shri Kul and Kali Kul. But then they also go on to say where certain Mahavidyas can only give you bhukti and not mukti. Certain Mahavidyas can give you mukti and not vice versa and all that. And certain Mahavidyas can give you both. So you must only worship this Mahavidya because she can give you both. That is not true. If you have been if you have been trained with a certain gurus, if you have been, and this is why guru is so important in our lives, because only they can give that knowledge. Because they have that direct experience with the deity, with the goddess, right? So they will give us that. And usually what happens when we read books and when we watch videos, there is so much of content nowadays and there is so much of misinformation that one who does not have a thorough, very strong foundational knowledge and one who does not have somebody to guide you, you will be misinformed and you will really be bereft of the joy of so many different Mahavidyas that we have. So again, this is my 2 cents or my recommendation. You can pick any Mahavidya, and if you stick to them for years, you will get whatever you desire. If you need wealth, you will get wealth. If you want gyan, you will get gyan. So Mother Kali can destroy your enemies. Don't just see her as somebody who's destroying enemies. Mother Kali can also give you that ultimate realization. What was Ramakrishna Paramans doing, right? Do you think Ramakrishna Paramans was praying to Mother Kali to destroy some enemies or what? No, he was just praying because he saw Mother Kali as that absolute Brahman. He was the highest state of realization. So it doesn't matter. They're ultimately all one and the same form of Adi Parashakti. So Dasa Mahavidyas, they represent the ultimate, all the different spectrum of our existence, from creation to sustenance to destruction. Think about it as just look at pure electricity, right? Invisible, I cannot see electricity, an invisible form of electricity, right? Do I see electricity? I don't see electricity. But I see the forms of electricity. I see the form of electricity in terms of light. I see the forms of electricity in the form of heat, right? So electricity can appear through this light here, or electricity can appear through my heater in the form of heat. Electricity can appear in my oven if I need to go bake something, right? So, and it's up to me what form of electricity I want to use. There is only one electricity. It is just manifesting in different forms, each having its own importance, each having its own attributes, each having its own role to play. So if I want to read a book and if it's pure pitch dark here, I'm going to go turn on my light here. I'm not going to go turn on the heater, right? I don't need heat. I need pure light to be able to see something. Now I want to go take a shower. Then I'm going to go turn on my heater because I need heat at that point. So different energy or different, you can say light or different electricity being transformed into multiple forms. And it all depends on what we want out of that source of energy, right? It will be very stupid of me if I want light and I'm going to go turn on the heater. It's not going to work. I need light, I will go towards light. I need heater, I will go towards heater. Similarly, Dasa Mahavidyas, they are all ultimately one and the same. It is one Adi Parashakti. Now, you may call somebody belonging to whatever parampara you are. You may see Mother Kali as your Adi Parashakti, or for Shri Vidya or Shri Kul Upasak, they will see Lalita Tripur Sundari as Adi Parashakti. For Baglamukhi devotees, they will see Baglamukhi as Adi Parashakti. And then people who read a lot of Durga scriptures, they will say that Durga is Adi Parashakti. And then often there's so much debate and so much argument, and nobody really wants to actually understand the deep meaning of any of it. For everyone, it is just that, and it is great. I mean, sometimes debates are great because for everyone, their parents are the best and their mother is the best. But let's also be very accepting of other people's belief and other people's religion and other people's faith, right? Again, that's the beauty of our Sanatan Dharma, where we are told to be accepting or to accept other people's belief and faiths, right? So if someone thinks that Shiva is the ultimate, great. I mean, I totally, have utmost respect and faith for belief or whatever, utmost respect for that faith. If someone says that Mother Kali is the ultimate Adi Parashakti, also great. If someone says that Lalita Tripur Sundari is the ultimate, if you read Tripura Rahasya, if you read any of the Sri Vidya text, you will come across this that Mother Mahatripura Sundari is that ultimate consciousness, and she wanted to be many. She then goes on to command Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh to create, to sustain, to destroy. It was because of her will, it was because of her energy that Shiva and Brahma and Vishnu goes on to do this entire creation and destruction and everything, right? So again, each parampara, each kul, each text, each scripture, everyone will show their faith as supreme, and it's all great, it's all accepted, it's all valid. But ultimately, all these energies or all these Shaktis are nothing but the same Adi Parashakti. Is that one seed? You plant that one seed, that same seed will manifest into a little seedling. The same seed will manifest into a small leaf. Same seed will manifest into a branch, into a stem, into a flower, into a fruit, correct? So can I say that the leaf is any less important than the fruit? Or can I say that the flower is any less important than the fruit? Or can I say that the branch is any less important than the leaf? Correct? Imagine you have the fruit, but you don't have branches. Can you imagine that? Or you have um, leaves, but you don't have fruits and flowers, right? Or you don't have basic stems to hold on to that leaf, right? So there is no one thing greater than the other. Everything is nothing but in a tree, the manifestation or nothing but the creative expression of the same seed. Similarly, all the Mahavidyas, all the Das Mahavidyas, all the Ashtamatrikas or Saptamatrikas or all the Navadurgas, they are nothing but the different manifestation or the different expression of the same Adi Parashakti. So we were at Mahavidya. So Mahavidya is that supreme knowledge that cuts through all our identity, that cuts through all our worldly desires, and that will take us to the ultimate goal in our life. Next comes MahaLakshmi. Again, I have explained, like I just spoke about this at length. Lakshmi, you may have heard everyone talks about Lakshmi. Everybody wants Lakshmi in their life. Who doesn't want wealth? Who doesn't want prosperity? Who doesn't like luxuries, right? So, but MahaLakshmi, when we talk about, and if you have read any scriptures, especially the Devi Mahatmyam or the Devi Bhagavad Puran, you will come across MahaLakshmi. Here, MahaLakshmi, generally Maha means something like very big, very great, very supreme. MahaLakshmi really takes on a very fierce form. She takes on a very aggressive form. Again, it's all one Shakti. It is all the same electricity coming as a light, can also come in as a super heat, and can also come in any form of energy that we wish for. So when you are praying to that source of energy for killing some asuras or something, then the same Lakshmi or the same Shakti then appears as Mahalakshmi. She comes in 18, she has 18 arms. She is carrying all these different weapons, right? So here Lakshmi is not just sitting nicely being bathed with water and holding kalash and holding some nectar and wearing all this jewelries. Here, Lakshmi is really carrying 18 arms, and then she is holding a lot of weapons, and she is actually on the battlefield. She's the one who destroys Mahisasur, right? So all of this different energies and their different attributes come into play. So Mahalakshmi here is that Maha is that aggressive, that fierce form of Adi Parashakti, and she goes on to destroy the demon. So it's very, very different because we are so used to hearing Lakshmi and seeing Lakshmi in a very, very simple, very quiet, very happy, very pleasing form. But when we talk about Mahalakshmi, she's not that. And in fact, when you read Devi Bhagavad, you will also come across the Maha Saraswati, which is also a very, you will never hear about Saraswati going on a battlefield or Saraswati fighting someone, right? Saraswati is generally very beautiful, white or yellow, dress, and there to give you a knowledge and give you good speech and all that, right? But then when you read about Devi Bhagavad, Shakti in Devi Bhagavad Puran has so many different forms, and they go on to take on so much, they go on to do so much more, right? So Mahavidya, Mahalakshmi, Shrimat, Tripura Sundari, the same Baglamukhi. Now, the same Baglamukhi is also Mahalakshmi, the same Baglamukhi is also Tripura Sundari. Now, don't get confused, like why are you calling that Tripura Sundari is same as Baglamukhi? I am saying that the same energy, they appear as Baglamukhi, the same energy appears as Mahatripura Sundari. So here in this case, we are saying that she is also Tripura Sundari. So if you read the Tripura Rahasya, you will hear that Mother Tripura is everything, right? She's the one who really governs the universe. She's the one, and at her direction, at her order, all the Trinity Lords, the Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they are doing everything. So again, same manifestation of the same Adi Parashakti we are talking about. So Baglamukhi is also Mahatripura Sundari. So if you are praying to any deity, any Mahavidya, you will get everything that you aspire for. So don't be under this, and also not to go into this trap of, if I am worshipping Mahatripura Sundari, I should not be worshipping Mahavidya, Baglamukhi or Kali. It's all complete misinformation. You can worship any Mahavidya you want. Of course, you should follow a certain path. You should follow, if you get into mantra, sadhana and all, you should get into a proper parampara and get a proper diksha and learn from a guru. I think guru has its role and guru has its importance. Just by reading online books and by listening to some lectures, you will be misguided. So, and not every guru is there to con you, and not every guru is there to get something out of it, right? So, again, I mean, you can also fall into some trap with online information, right? So not everybody who writes a book and posts it online, or not everybody who posts something on YouTube is uh, is really giving you the right knowledge, right? Maybe they just want some fame or some views or whatnot, right? So yes, there are many people out there who are there to who are really made a business out of it, but not everyone is like that, right? So yeah. So Mahavidya, Mahalakshmi, Srimati Tripura Sundari, Bhuvaneshi, Jagannmata, Parvati, Sarvamangala. Then the same Baglamukhi is also Bhuvaneshi, or the same Adi Parashakti is also Bhuvaneshi. She is the Bhuvaneshwari, is also a Mahavidya, right? So she's the fourth Mahavidya. So Bhuvaneshwari is the one who, she's the Ishwari, she's the goddess of all the Bhuvan, of all the Chaudaha Bhuvan. There are all these different Bhuvan we say, Janamana, Swaha, Tapa, and all this different lokas. So this Bhuvaneshwari, this Baglamukhi, or this Adi Parashakti, or this Shakti, who is Baglamukhi, is also Bhuvaneshi. She is the one who also controls the entire Chaudaha Loka, or the entire 14 world, or the 14 universe. Then Jaganmata. So if she is ruling the entire 14 worlds, or she is taking care, or she is nurturing, or she is sustaining the 14 world, means she is the Jagannmata. This Baglamukhi is also the mother of the entire universe. She is the Jagannmata. She is nurturing you. She is nurturing us. She is nurturing the entire universe. Then comes Parvati. She's also Parvati. So don't get, again, misguided that Baglamukhi is not Parvati or Baglamukhi is not Kali. Ultimately, they're all one and the same. Yes, if you need to, some people are more attracted towards wealth. So they will usually end up, the guru will then tell you to do more Kamla sadhana. But again, Baglamukhi, I did explain in my first lecture, Baglamukhi sadhak, they get so much wealth. In fact, Baglamukhi, she gives a lot of wealth to her devotees as well. So a lot of times our gurus would also give us Baglamukhi sadhana to attract wealth, especially gold. So Tara also. Mother Tara, if you are a true Tara Upasak, you will never lack wealth. So don't think that Tara is only the Vamachari. I've also read all this. Vamacharis only can do Tara, nothing like that. If you read about my Guru, about my Param Guru, Swami Nikleshwarananji or Swami Divyachetanandanji, their experiences and what things they have learned as Mother Tara, when she gives gold, she gives immense amount of wealth and immense amount of bhog in life. So although you may see Tara is completely naked and the one she's carrying skull and she's carrying all these weapons, but when she starts to give wealth, you will not be able to stop that. So that amount of wealth and gold, both Baglamukhi as well as Tara can offer to their devotees. So we were talking about Parvati. So Parvati again is the reason she was called Parvati was because she was the daughter of Parvat, right? She was the daughter of Himavan. So the same Shakti, the same Baglamukhi also appears as Parvati. The same Parvati also appears as Baglamukhi. So if A equals to B, B is equal to A. As simple as that. A is not greater than B and B is not greater than A here. It's one and the same. And the lastly, Sarva Mangala. So Mother Baglamukhi here is Sarva Mangala. She's not just the energy to still your enemies, to destroy your enemies. She's Sarva Mangala. She's that one who is all auspiciousness. So if you need prosperity, if you need goodness, if you need wealth, if you need fertility, if you need good energy in your house, if you need good education in your house, if you need good knowledge, if you need intellect, if you need wisdom, anything that you desire for, if you just need pure knowledge, if you need gyan, if you need to just increase your devotion in this marg. If you need mother, if you need her feet, then just go to Mother Baglamukhi because she's Sarva Mangala. She will always and always bestow auspiciousness and goodness to her devotees. She's not a Mangala, she's a Mangala, she's Thamban, she's all that ferocious, just like any other mother. Just as Parvati, she can appear as Durga and Kali and go fight all the Mahisasurs. Just as Lakshmi, who takes on MahaLakshmi and takes on that fierce form to go fight on with the demons. But the same Parvati Mata then becomes Shakambhari, who's giving them food to all the devatas, right? The same Parvati is also nurturing Ganesha as a mother. The same Parvati is nurturing the entire universe as her mother. The same Parvati becomes Annapurna, who's actually feeding Shiva. But the same energy also becomes Dhumavati, who then goes on to engulf Shiva, right? So very mysterious ways how Shakti works, but they're all ultimately the same manifestation of the same Adi Parashakti. So we talked about Mahavidya, MahaLakshmi, Srimati Tripur Sundari, Bhuvaneshi Jagannmata, Parvati, Sarvamangala. So we stop here. Sarvamangala again. You stick to Mahavidya Baglamukhi, you pray to her, you do her Sahasranam, you do her 108 names that I'm doing. Understand these names. See Mother in that Swaroop, see Mother in that divine attribute, see Mother in that form. You will see only Mangal and Mangal in your life. Also, Baglamukhi's day is also Mangalvar, right? Baglamukhi days, usually we worship her on 2 days, Mangalvar and Guruvar. So again, she's all Mangala. She'll remove all inauspiciousness from your lives. So continue with your sadhana of Mother Baglamukhi and you can pick any Das Mahavidya you want. Ultimately, any Mahavidya will lead you to the ultimate destination. Whatever your wishes are, whatever your manokamnas are, whatever your desires are, you will get that from any deity you choose. So we'll stop here and then we'll continue with the next one over the next few series. So I hope you understand a little bit on Das Mahavidya. I'll definitely get more into Das Mahavidyas in the next lectures. Now again, I have not been able to actually get into the real attributes of every single Mahavidya. I'm just talking about at the high level what Das Mahavidya mean, in order so people don't get confused, and there should not be any fear that if I do this Mahavidya, this will happen, or I may not get this. Any Mahavidya, you will get everything that you desire for. So for now, I think we should stop here, but we'll continue more. So, Om Param Tattvaya Narayanaaya Gurubhyo Namaha. Jai Gurudev.